Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. We are back with Battle Chef Brigade.
I didn't ruin your intro.
I only called you out like once.
Yeah, but that was because I did it every time up until that point.
Oh, that's true.
At least for one day. Let's do this. We got our fancy new pot.
On fire energy for these tests. It would really help my research.
Now they both look like the Fire Nation.
Preferably one that'll fix this headache.
And everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I want them to come up, or yeah, maybe I'll help. Come up with a game, right? Where it's all based off of Thorn.
Okay, okay.
And it's, instead of food, it's you making... Wait, what is my... am I... Is there a specific dish I need to make?
A fire and a water one, at least.
But it doesn't look like I need to get a specific thing, or a creature. A dish, or the ingredient, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I didn't see them say anything about it.
Anyway.
It's like, fire dish for me, a water dish for me. And that was it. It was a pretty short speech.
That sounds exactly how they sounded too. I really thought it was them.
Professional voice actor, Chris. You can hire me at any point.
Wait, what was I saying? I was saying something.
I don't know. I was talking about the Fire Nation, and then you just started going off on a tangent.
Shit. Damn it. What was it?
Fire Nation.
Stop saying Fire Nation. That was not what it was.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You're the worst. Yeah, I wanted that.
I don't know. Were you talking about like the pots and the things that your equipment is set up for right now? The evil. There's a lot of evil. Wow, there is a lot of evil actually. Everything is tainted.
Evil. Damn. Shit.
Also, your health is not doing so hot. Can you heal mid-fight? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, there's you see the time? Or like basically
every recording session I go through this where I'm like, how do you recover health? And then I look up and I'm like, oh, it's recovering. That's what happens when I'm not the one playing. I like only have a faint memory of everything.
Blinky blink. Huh?
Oh no.
Shit. Alright.
Will they deal more damage if they're evil?
I don't know.
It seemed like he went further than he normally does, but maybe that's because every time we see that guy, you kind of kill him pretty quick. Like before he charges.
Don't mess around.
I could see them having more health.
Oh, I think he does.
And not that it needs
he really went far. Where did he go?
But it does seem like a natural addition to the challenge to either increase attack damage or increase their health. Just because like it parallels the challenge increase in the actual cooking mechanics. Which in turn like justifies longer round times and stuff like that. But
I remember what I was saying now. I want them to come up with another game where in between all the cooking and everything, because Thorn always has these huge hangovers, it's like you have to play the bartender serving her all of her drinks to give her a huge hangover. Or maybe it is you are Thorn and you're making all the drinks in your off time.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
I mean, you're just partial because you are a bartender, but you know.
It's gonna happen one day, dude. One day I will make that bartending game.
No, it'll be great. Every time I see a bartending game too, I always consider sending it your way, but I know you're just gonna scoff at it. I've seen some pretty garbagey ones. Like there's a VR like bartending simulator, and I'm like, that's probably nothing at all what bartending is like.
See, I think that's the key to it. Is like Cyberpunk bartending action did an alright job, and like they were like this none of this makes any sense, and we own up to that. But I think my problem with it was that none of it made any sense.
I mean, it was focused more on just facilitating dialogue rather than...
Oh, 100%.
Which, like, at least you know, they knew what they wanted and they were just using the bartender as a platform to bring that narrative about.
I think I can probably start creating things now. Oh, I probably should have been putting stuff in a slow cooker this whole time.
Oh.
Well, shit.
Well, that's what you get.
All right, let's just put this in there, I guess.
You still have 4 minutes.
That stuff up. Shit, son. All right.
Honestly, I forgot you had the slow cooker.
Yeah. Whoops. I probably should have put that in there. Whatever.
Oh, will things not combine? Interesting.
Not in the
I didn't know
cooker.
that.
Nope.
I mean, that makes sense based on, you know, what you would be using the pans for.
And then this.
I just didn't realize.
And then I'm gonna cut out. Boom. One of those, because I'm probably gonna. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Just all of the bar on steak because I don't need to worry about ingredients. Let's do this. Pow.
So what was the shtick with the fancy pan?
The one I'm using right now is that it can actually combo pieces now. So see the combo up by where it says 16?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the benefit of that? It just gives you, like, is that times 4 to the score?
Here,
of
I'll
the
show
dish?
You. I'll show you. So now 4 spots can combo or can have an upgrade jewel. I missed it, unfortunately.
Oh, I see. So when the combo runs out, it gives you a free upgrade.
Yep.
Like it disperses that amount of. Wow, that's kind of fun. You can definitely. Man, yeah, I could see that being a pretty huge boon. It's super important that that combo meter starts going down a lot faster as the combo gets higher, which it definitely seems to do.
Do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna combine. I didn't want to combine those. Well, that's fine.
No. Oh, yeah, that worked.
Boom, and then
It's fun to watch the direction you will shift things, and compare it to like what's going on in my head of like, all right, if I rotate it this way, and then you do it the other way, and I'm like, everything's wrong.
Yeah,
but it all works
I
out.
figured that's probably like irking you to some degree.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's just interesting to see like games like this. Ooh,
Wait, I got this. And then screw it. Wait, where's it? There we go.
sauce it.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, now it's all fire. Hey. Oh shit! I totally forgot I was gonna combine these. Whoops. See, remember when I was like, occasionally you do something really stupid. This is kind of what I meant.
Yes, fair.
When you're like, I'm gonna focus all on one dish, and then you just like mess it up hardcore.
Yeah.
All right, I get. You know what?
I suppose
okay,
I
wait.
could.
Okay, wait.
Could be
I got this.
warning
I
you.
got this. I got this. I'm gonna do this. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna, and then we're gonna. Nah.
You have less than a minute. You gotta start that other dish, buddy.
Oh, you're just gonna be so happy with me.
That's a good dish.
All right.
All right. Water dish.
Water dish.
Just
egg,
water.
go. Egg.
If you use a sauce on elements that like it's.
What are you trying to say?
Wording
What are
this
you trying to say
poorly.
to me? What are you trying to say to me?
If you
No, I did poison. Shit.
Say you use an egg on water gems, will it just replace the water gems?
No. If you try to sauce a color that's already in existence, it won't do anything.
Oh,
We're
really?
gonna do this. We're gonna combine these. Okay, I gotta get rid of this poison. Nope.
You have 10 seconds.
I got this.
You gotta do this. You gotta do it now. You gotta do it now. Oh, that. You know, honestly, that could have been way worse. That could have been a little.
I clearly
you
played
improvised
favorites
that
here.
very, very.
Like Belchior's, I was like, grand dish, and then Dorna was like, here's I found some oysters. I didn't even shuck them.
They're lightly steamed. Judgment.
Yes.
Sun hat tomato curry. Excellent. This is a precise amount of fire I require for my experiments.
But
What?
It has 2 poison gems in it.
Ooh, you suck. Perhaps I was not clear that portion should be edible. This dish is ruined by the poison in it.
Alright, so only minus 20 total. So it doesn't matter how many poison gems you have. Just if you
there
have any.
is poison. Yeah. Excellent! This is the precise amount of fire I require for my... What are you using this? You're supposed to eat it. Egad, I have trouble keeping this one away from the cats. Surprised they haven't come running yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
All them points.
You could have, like, won this competition with that dish alone.
Maybe.
Why even bother if you can't add enough water? There really is, like, no water in that.
You didn't even try, did you? Poison?
Is it? None have succeeded.
Yes, good.
Cheap cheese.
I mean, like...
Those are eggs? Yeah, I did actually do a pretty decent job. I wasn't even paying attention to what I put in there.
Quality dish, I suppose even those without talent can get lucky on occasion. Yeah, apparently.
Fair point. I can't
You're a little
exactly
too
argue
on the nose
today.
there.
I'll just see myself out before you notice anything else.
Looks like the winner is Mina Flan.
I hate to contradict, but I believe it's hard.
Her name is smudged on the roster. Han, then. I did it!
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you tried to poison them.
Speaking of which, we were talking off camera about how, was it the character you just fought, her shtick is using poisons?
Shiv's stick is, well, like, I guess starting now, her shtick is using poison. Now, number one, like, okay, you don't really get to face off against people in a way that you, like, know how they function.
Mm-hmm.
So there isn't, and, like, there's never a point where you're playing as her. Like, not that I'm really ruining much, but you never, so it's not like...
You only basically hear what their shtick is through dialogue.
Through dialogue, but also, like, later on, there's an item that allows you to add poison to a dish, and it's like, Shiv would really like this. So clearly, it's a thing for her.
We might see some effects on the body in years to come, but hey, as a country, we've been eating monster for a century now. It's the way of the brigade.
All right, head back to town. For the half of you that lost, don't fret. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
So,
You may have
what was I even saying? Yeah, like, so they make it clear that her shtick is poison, but like, that's as far as it goes. And it constantly makes you wonder, like, why, though?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're sort of using it as a narrative to make more defined characters.
But they added a mechanic to it as well.
So I think what it is, it's two things, right? It's making more defined characters through their, like, cooking style, but it's also informing the player that, hey, you too can adopt this style. Now, the downside is we don't see how they use it, so we as the player just kind of have to assume how it would work, which can work to the game's benefit. But I do kind of wish that there was a component, something like what you would get out of Puyo Puyo, or, you know, similar games like old school, like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, where you actually see your CPU player, you know, matching up the Puyo Puyo stuff. So you can watch your opponent as you're also doing the same things.
That is interesting. Like, that is kind of a thing about when you're going against somebody doing gem stuff, as you can see what's going on with them. You could in Puyo Puyo, you could in Tetris, you could in, like, any of those games. There was a side-by-side comparison. You could tell who was winning the fight.
Exactly, but in this game, you know, you don't get any of that. And now, I think the counter-argument to that is, in something like Puyo Puyo, it doesn't really... You're not watching your opponent. You're watching your screen, otherwise you're probably going to make a lot of mistakes. So there's the argument to be made of, like, does it really matter if you see what they're doing? All you need to know is that they are doing stuff and that you just need to do your best.
Maybe there was, like, because you maybe press a button and see what's going on with them. Like, I understand why they didn't, and that it, like...
It's a tremendous amount of work.
It's a tremendous amount. all the AIs have to do in this is come up with random dish equals certain amount of points, and that's it. There is no other concern for any of that.
For all we know, like, it's just a randomized generator what their dishes are, and that's fine. Like, that's more achievable for what they probably had as their budget. Maybe if they had twice as much money to make this game, then they would have built in, like, you know, an AI that you can actually watch cook. But that's like building an entire bonus game onto this game. AI is not easy to program or design for.
No. AI terrifies me. Speaking of AI, how are we on time?
We have 6 seconds left.
Well, we're at a new scene, so we should probably stop here.
Yeah, that's fair. So question of the day, I guess maybe it could be like, how would you incorporate a mechanic to like see what your opponent is cooking? Or we could ask why it doesn't necessarily matter. Or, you know.
Would you incorporate a mechanic to be more involved with your opponent? I guess not more.
I think that's more specific to what we're talking about. So I think that works.
You know, I can actually see right now, thinking about it. The one thing about Tetris and Puyo Puyo is like if you do certain combos, you add blocks to your opponent's side and mess with them.
Yeah.
And so I guess like that would be the importance of seeing their screen.
That's valid, actually.
But only if you had something like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's also a gauge of like how close you are to losing or winning for that matter.
Yeah.
Because you can just kind of see that at a glance. You don't have to see what their strategy is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so yeah, answer that, and then we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Anticlimactic ending. Yeah, just whatever.